Shout out to
Yeah,
Dashay.
shouts out to the shade. Yes.
So he decided. So we have a long history.
Uh-huh.
He's a nerd, and I mean, some people know him by his stuff, like his T-shirts for his rap moniker, like it has nerd on it. He decided to do a movie, private viewing for
Yeah.
Black Panther.
Mhm.
And basically was the idea was get a whole bunch of his friends out there so they could wild out, act up, whether you're gonna dress up as the King of Zamunda or dress up in cosplay or just beautiful African attire, like we were just gonna show out.
Yeah.
And it sold out like real fast. Then there was then he was supporting another group that sold out real fast. And then in the middle of that, he decided to do another show.
Mhm.
And while we were watching that, get ready to happen, we were like, hey, we're just gonna support everybody. And that was one of the things he was really showing his heart because he was like, I'm gonna support everybody. He's like, because the San Antonio Black Actors Guild, those are my people. I'm gonna support theirs, and they gonna come to mine, and we gonna go to whoever's got next.
Yeah.
And so what ended up happening was we all ran across the article of the brother in Jefferson, Washington or something like that,
Okay.
in New York that was doing the Black Panther Challenge.
Mhm.
And so he started it by just trying to fund getting money to send kids from the Harlem Boys and Girls Club to go see Black Panther. So he wanted to send 300. He ended up raising like $40,000 for it.
Word.
And what ended up happening was he turned around because he's like a marketing exec or something like that. So he turned around and he reached out to GoFundMe and he was like, "Yo, like I think I got something here." And so he's like, "How do y'all think about partnering with me to create this campaign?" And so it opened up a national campaign for the Black Panther Challenge. And basically what came from that was us looking at the other showing. Then we were like, "Yo, what if you got extra seats, man? Like we'll sponsor some seats.
Yeah.
Because if there's people that don't get to see this movie, because so." Me, my wife, my friends, everybody had already basically said, we're gonna see this movie multiple times. Like, at that point when we purchased tickets for his event, we already had tickets for 2 other showings.
Yeah.
And we were like, hey, we need to watch this 7 times just to get that first week looking right.
Right.
Then we're gonna do that. And so, but then basically when that all came out, then it was like, well, I don't need to see it 7 times, but I can help somebody else see it.
Right.
And so, when that came, that thought struck, then we were just like, let's do it.
Yeah.
And then the question was, well, that's cool that we're doing it in Austin and helping those people out, but those people in San Antonio need this too.
Exactly.
Why can't we do it here? So that started, a whirlwind of phone calls, questions, and basically it was just like, can we do this?
Yeah.
And then, reaching out to people and having false starts, and
Yeah.
and then basically just kind of going like, who do you know? Who do I know?
Yeah, right.
And then basically just kind of serendipity happened.
Yeah.
And it's like every single time we thought we were going to be like, you know what, maybe it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Something else happened.
Right.
Something else good happened and pushed
Right.
it along. And so basically, the long story short is that, several blurs in San Antonio, including me and Leon, took up the Black Panther Challenge and ran with it.
Yeah.
And there were some people that in the process they were trying to do some things in regards to that, but as far as like the true essence of it, which was basically getting young Black and brown boys and girls to see this movie, that they can see the diaspora, when they say, because it's always the funny running joke where they're like, oh, well, it's just a movie full of Black people. I was like, no, it's actually really diverse because none of them folks are from the same place.
Right.
They have folks from all over the world that were acting in that movie.
Right.
And with that, it's seeing yourself on the screen, but then also in the representation of not just seeing yourself on the screen, but knowing that the people that made this movie look like you too.
Right.
That they could make something that amazing that it's not just it's not just a Mondia movie.
Right.
But it's something that's grand. So that was a big deal.
Yeah. And one thing I will say is that especially when I got especially when I got a chance to actually hit the ground running with this.
Yeah.
One of the things that I remember growing up was, I remember watching cartoons, watching different movies. I always remember seeing, black guy as a sidekick. Or I always saw the black guy as, not the main hero.
Sidekick, comic relief.
Yeah, if he was a good guy. If he even was a good guy. Because a lot of times in movies, all we ever saw was, the thug. We saw the failed president, I mean,
or the magical Negro,
or the magical Negro, or the one just saving all the white people because that was just his job.
Bagger Vance does not live here.
Exactly. And so when something like Black Panther came out, we just saw him as a king and him as a moral person and someone who was just this all around positive good person. That was just something that we didn't see. And, I would have loved to have grown up, with images like this, with, characters like, Okoye, who's like his general, and, T'Challa, who is Black Panther, and, even M'Baku, who's, one of the other characters in the movie. And, when I felt that and I saw that, I said, kids really need to see this. Kids really need to get that experience of, being something other than destitute or, like a homeless person or a drug addict.
Problem child.
All that type of stuff. They needed to see something positive.
Did you remember the thing that you said about M'Baku? About the being
Oh yeah. So and that was another thing. Yeah, exactly. And that was another thing because I remember talking to Trey about that the other day. That the fact that just naturally we're aggressive. It's our culture, and we shouldn't have to apologize for it. We shouldn't have to heighten our voices because we're afraid that like the big bass of a black man's voice is going to scare some people or something like that. We have to be who we are, and the one character in the movie, M'Baku, that's exactly who he is. He's just unapologetically aggressive, and he's just that man who's going to sit there on his throne and tell you like, look, I don't care what you have to say. Yeah, exactly. Like I am who I am, and that's just it. You accept me as I am. You accept my culture for what it is. And, I think a lot of times we have to apologize for being us in a lot of situations. And, to see someone just be unapologetically themselves, that was very important. So, I mean, when Trey approached me and said, hey, we are going to show this movie to these kids and we are going to touch their lives and teach them about where they come from and who they really are, I hit the ground running. I hit up everybody I know. I started networking, and I just had a passion for it, and like we were able to link up with the black. Thank you so much. San Antonio Black Lawyers Association.
Cool.
We were able to hook up with the law office of Jacqueline White Robertson, a bunch of other people. Chipping in. Marvin Hurst from Ken's Five.
Really?
Some love. Yeah.
Oh, word.
Yeah, he interviewed us. I mean, he was really on board with getting everything going. And man, it was just this outpouring from the community that just said, hey, we want our kids to have this cultural experience.
Thank you.
And that's where we're at right now. And actually,
I give the random shout outs.
Yeah.
Random shout outs. So, I mean, we had the part that made it really dope was that we had groups like just random people that we met that wanted to be involved. So then we have like the shirt I'm wearing right now.
Yeah.
That was sponsored by UTSA Honors College.
Nice.
So one of the sponsors out there basically they're like, yo, if you find the person that fits this budget, like we got shirts for you. We weren't even thinking about t-shirts.
No.
Like and then then we had the bracelets, Black Panther Challenge San Antonio. Then we got sponsorship from Heroes and Fantasies hooked us up.
Really?
Heroes and Fantasies
Nice.
reaching out.
Yeah.
So we set up bags for the kids and they got comics. Alien Worlds just showed up.
Nice.
I didn't even know they were going to show up because I had talked to them. Shout out to Gina over there for hooking us up. And I had talked to them, but then I didn't think that anything was going to come of it. And she just shows up day of, and she's like, "Hey guys, got a box." and then Ray from Boom Arts was really dope. So he has these 2 prints that of Black Panther that are insane.
Yeah.
And he was like, I was like, hey, if you could, donate just a couple of prints or something, we'll give those away as giveaways. And he goes, well, how many kids do you have? And I said, oh, well, we're trying to push 100. And he goes, okay, well, would you like 100 prints so we can just give them all to the kids? And we're like, what? And he straight up just donated 100 prints. And so he made cards of the actual print. And so that's one of the prints that he gave away.
He's amazing artist.
And it's just nuts. And we had another guy from Heroes and Fantasies that does dope stencil art. And he gave us some prints too. It was a lot of, when he says people from just the community just jumped in. We had professional head wrap artists.
Right.
And so we were able to so Fabrictopia was one of our sponsors. Right? And we had ARW head wraps. Shout out to Anta Sola. She helped out with putting head wraps on all the young ladies that were there. We had a good number of them. So we had like a whole station of multiple ladies put head wraps on the young ladies, and then we did the sashes. So if you know that last scene where he's walking up to the UN and he has the sash across his shoulder when he's wearing the suit, so we were giving sashes to the young men. Yeah. It was like hey, you're royalty, and so give them that sense of that, and it's great because we have all these little anecdotes from the show because like some of them didn't know why we were doing it, and so it's just like you're gonna see. And so they were coming out of it and they were like, yo, yeah. So, some of them didn't quite understand it. And he was like, so just keep it on. Like, you get it, you get it. And then when they come out the movie, they go, yo, miss, I saw that. That was dope. Like, and he's like, I get it. And, that, man, it was, there's so many great things that have came out of it.
And one thing that I saw that I have to be honest, just gonna be real, it brought tears to my eyes. It really did.
Yeah.
I had to walk away for a moment because it was just that deep. There were these three kids running around in the lobby after the movie, and they were having a good time, and I guess they were playing the characters in the movie. And there was this little black boy, and he says, specifically, I remember him say, "No, I'm Black Panther. Black Panther's black, and I get to be the good guy this time."
That's
And when he,
powerful.
Wow.
And when he said that, I just, I gotta be honest. I lost it. I couldn't. I tried to hold on to my gangster. I really did.
Ice cold.
Exactly. But it just completely warmed, just completely melted my heart. And I just. I think, again, I think about when I was a kid, I didn't really have that opportunity. These kids do. And so, a lot of people have told us, oh, it's just a movie. Why are y'all doing this? It's just a movie, yada, yada, yada. Well, the fact is, it's not just a movie.
exactly.
It's not just a movie at all. It's the first time that really black people have been culturally represented in a truly positive light. That doesn't have anything to do with, civil rights or slavery or some sort of struggle, or something that's, based in negativity.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the first time really that kind of movie has come out with, a predominantly black cast.
On that scale.
On that scale, exactly. And so it wasn't just a movie for us. It's a lot more than that. I mean, imagine if you were never seen in a positive light. What would your life be like?
True. We're gonna get back into the conversation in just a bit. Let's go ahead and get into some music right now. Okay.
Yeah, of course.
From the brand new album Fever, this is Black Milk with True Lies. Keep it locked,
say
y'all.
no to music.
Keep it locked, y'all. This is Urban Sweet KMOD, My Snap Radio.
Urban Sweet, baby.